When he is coming, you get thrown right into chaos with zero explanation, and most players don't survive long. But it doesn't have to be that way. In this video, I will break down what the game doesn't tell you, so you can finally stand a chance and avoid the early mistakes that silently kill your run. Let's get into it. In He Is Coming, you explore procedurally generated levels, gather items and prepare yourself for increasingly tough bosses. The game throws a lot at you with minimal guidance, so understanding some core mechanics early on can really improve your chances. One of the first things to get comfortable with is the day and night cycle, as it affects how you move, what you can see and how enemies behave. Each week consists of 3 days and 3 nights plus a boss fight. During the day you can move 50 tiles, at night it's only 30. Also, your visibility drops from 5 tiles to 3 tiles, and enemies become aggressive as soon as they see you. Plan ahead and keep the day and night cycle in mind, because understanding it can mean the difference between life and death. This is something I often forget myself, but it's absolutely crucial. Right at the start of each game and after defeating each boss, you should press tab to check the stats and abilities of the next boss. Bosses usually have unique skills that can completely counter certain playstyles. One time I focused on armor only to meet a boss that ignored it completely, and I'm sure I wasn't the only one. That's why it's so important to know who you're up against before committing to specific items. Sometimes it even makes sense to pick items tailored for a particular boss and then swap them out once you've defeated them. The game doesn't explicitly tell you, but there are actually many different item sets to discover. I won't spoil all the secret sets, but keep an eye out for items that share names like Elderwood or Leather. When you complete an item set, you'll see which items belong to it and what bonuses you gain. Once unlocked for the first time, the set's name will always appear next to those items. You can also view all of the item sets you've unlocked so far in the compendium. So don't be afraid to experiment with items that share similar names. Securing these sets can give you powerful bonuses that make a big difference. Always use the map. It's your best tool for navigating and planning your route. By holding shift, you can bring up the map anytime to spot the nearest events or points of interest and choose the safest or most efficient path. Plus, the map shows important details about enemies on your screen, like their health, attack, armor and speed, helping you prepare before you engage. So those are your essential starting tips. Now it's time to move on to the advanced stuff. Besides the usual treasure chests and enemies, there's a whole variety of unique events you can encounter throughout the game. Understanding these events is crucial for planning your next steps. Each event comes with its own challenges, rewards and special features, so I've put together a brief compendium with explanations and a personal ranking system from D to S tier to help you decide which ones to focus on. Along the way, I'll share some useful tips for each event, so even if you've seen them before, you might pick up something new. If you'd rather discover all the events on your own, feel free to skip ahead to the next tip. Treasure chests are the most common type of event you'll come across. Typically, they offer you a choice between 3 random items. But if you're lucky, you might stumble upon a gold or even a diamond chest. These rare versions contain higher tier loot and can significantly boost your run. Overall, B tier. The campfire lets you skip the night and recover 10 HP. Since every step counts and there's valuable loot to find even at night, I usually only use it in emergencies. D tier. The merchant offers you 6 items at varying prices, and you can also refresh the selection for a small amount of gold. This gives you plenty of chances to find exactly what you're looking for. However, since the shop mostly stocks common items, I'd place it in the B tier overall. The ferry allows you to transform one of your items into another of the same rarity. While the idea sounds promising, it's only situationally useful. Mainly if you've picked up a rare item that doesn't suit your build and you want to try your luck on something more fitting. Overall, it's a niche event, so I'd rank it in the C tier. The Forge and Blade Oil both offer powerful ways to upgrade your weapon. Blade Oil grants +1 to either damage, armor or speed, meaning you can boost a weapon up to 3 times. The Forge, on the other hand, adds special effects, like stunning enemies in the first round of combat. Both events are essential for building a strong weapon and making it through tougher fights. Solid A tier in my book. Waypoints help you navigate the map more efficiently. Once you've activated 2 or more, you can teleport between them, making it easier to return to important events you might save for later. That said, their overall impact is pretty limited, so I'd place them in the C tier. The Crystal Ball is an interesting event. It lets you choose one of 3 event types to reveal on the unexplored parts of the map. At first, this seems incredibly useful for planning your route, but there's a catch. It doesn't always show you the nearest event, just a random one of that type somewhere on the map. That makes it far less reliable than it sounds. Still decent, but not amazing, B tier. The jewelry box works similarly to the regular treasure chest, but offers a different category of loot. Various jewelry items that come with slightly different stats and effects compared to standard gear. So far I haven't come across any gold or diamond versions, which limits its potential. Solid but not standout, C tier. The watchtower reveals large portions of the surrounding map when you activate it. This can be really helpful for spotting valuable events early and avoiding unnecessary steps. A solid tool for efficient planning, B tier. The Golem is one of my favorite events. It lets you combine two identical items to double their stats, turning two normal items into a gold one or two gold items into a diamond one. The best part, you can use the Golem as many times as you want, so it's smart to remember their locations and come back later. Definitely A tier for now. I've considered S tier, but there are even stronger events coming up. The Cauldron lets you combine two different food items to merge their effects, opening up tons of unique possibilities. With the right combos you can craft the perfect dish tailored to your current build. Definitely a strong option, B tier. The Hero's Grave functions similarly to a treasure chest, but offers rarer and more powerful items. Sometimes these chests appear in graveyards that can only be accessed at night. Overall it's a step above the standard treasure chest, A tier for sure. The Wandering Stranger shares interesting stories about the next boss, giving you some lore and hints. Sometimes there's a mini-boss nearby, but the stranger himself doesn't offer any gameplay advantages. Because of that, I'd rank him as D tier. As mentioned earlier, mini-bosses sometimes appear on the map. They're just as tough as regular bosses and should only be taken on if you're well prepared. The risk can pay off though, since they drop rare and powerful loot. I'd place them in the B tier. The Wishing Well is a rare event where you can throw in 5, 10 or 15 gold for a chance to receive rare equipment. Because it relies heavily on luck to get an item that fits your build, I'd rank it as C tier. Those are all the events you will find in the first world, for now. The best S tier events come next in the second world, the Swamp. By the way, if you enjoy indie games like this one, you should definitely check out Humble Bundle. It's a site where you can grab curated bundles of awesome indie games for way less than full price. The best part? You decide how much you want to pay and a portion even goes to charity. Just check out the link in the description. It supports the channel and might get you some great games for cheap. And right now, there's even an awesome offer for He Is Coming if you haven't bought the game already. The ferryman can be found on each swamp island and offers you a choice between 3 other islands to sail to. This makes navigating the swamp much easier and helps you choose whatever you need the most. Thanks to that flexibility, he's a solid A tier. The weapon pile works like a regular chest but only offers weapons, usually 3 to choose from. It's useful early on but doesn't stand out much overall. Solid C tier. The bargaining tent combines elements of a treasure chest and a merchant. You offer 2 items for 5 gold each, and you can try to negotiate the price down. But if luck isn't on your side, the price might go up instead. After 2 tries, the third is always a fail, so don't push it. It's a fun gimmick, but not game changing, C tier. The sinkhole appears on some islands in the swamp. Jumping in takes you to a random island, but be careful, there's no way back. It can be useful if you're far away from the ferryman and want to save steps, but the benefit is pretty limited overall, so C tier. The Lush chest is essentially a regular treasure chest, but with 1 extra item to choose from. It's a small bonus, but not a game changer. Solid A tier. The trash heap, to be honest, I'm not even sure what's supposed to be special about it. As far as I can tell, it behaves just like a regular treasure chest. If you know more about it, feel free to let me know in the comments. Until then, it's just a C tier for me. The Junksmith lets you duplicate any non-unique item, including gold and diamond ones, which makes it one of the strongest events in the game. For me, this is the first clear S tier event. Always take it if you get the chance. And right after that comes another absolute banger, the Large Golem. It upgrades any item to the next tier, no duplicate needed. Think of it as a big brother of the regular Golem. Without a doubt, S tier. The Woodcutter trades 2 of your items for 1 random heroic quality item. It's a decent way to upgrade your gear, but you still need some luck to get something useful. Solid B tier. The Potion Maker upgrades 1 of your potions. I haven't come across it often, but each time it's given a solid boost. A reliable A tier event. The Large Bonfire is basically a stronger version of the campfire. It skips the night and fully restores your HP. I'm still not a huge fan, but it's better than nothing, so I give it a C tier. Gold piles appear on certain special islands. They provide a small amount of gold, but are well guarded, so proceed with caution. B tier. The Wealthy Merchant appears on Merchant Island and works much like the regular merchant, but offers slightly better items. I'd place him in the B tier as well. Ancient Tomes give you 3 item options, each with special properties that activate every few moves. They have great potential for powerful synergies and earn an A tier rating. That wraps up the tier list for now. Since the game is still in alpha, there might be a few more events out there I haven't discovered yet. If you know of any or have any tips to share, drop them in the comments below. Anyways, time for more tips. As you've probably noticed from all the item sets, upgrades and build options, there are countless ways to take down the bosses. Even if you found a strong build, don't stick to the same strategy every time. The game really rewards variety. The more different approaches you try, the more powerful new items you will unlock. So remember, variation is key. You've just seen how the Forge and Blade Oil can significantly boost your weapon. That's why it's best not to switch weapons too often. You'll lose all those valuable upgrades. Try to find a good weapon relatively early and focus on maxing out its improvements. If you want, you can press Ctrl to toggle auto battles and speed up the game. But keep in mind, you will miss out on seeing your items in action and understanding your build's strength. If your inventory is full, every item matters and you want to avoid losing more HP before the boss, you can summon the boss directly. Just press escape and click Fight Boss Now. The best thing? You don't even lose the steps you had left over. After each boss, regular enemies get stronger. They start at level 1 but will become level 2 and eventually level 3 as you progress. Keep that in mind and don't let a basic enemy catch you off guard. As soon as you enter the second world, the swamp, make it a habit to immediately check your map for the ferryman. He's always visible on the map, even if you haven't explored that part of the island yet. The best strategy is to make a wide arc across the island, aiming for the ferryman while picking up important events along the way. Avoid wandering into dead ends or the outer edges of the island unnecessarily. I've made that mistake myself more than once, suddenly finding myself stuck on the far side and wasting tons of valuable steps just to get back on track. That kind of misstep can absolutely kill a run. In the second world, the swamp, don't rush into the boss fight just because your inventory is full. There are several S-tier events that can still give you a major power boost even without picking up new items. Keep pushing forward, look for the next ferryman, aim for places like the golem home, and with a bit of luck you might come across a large golem. Thanks for sticking around till the end. I put a lot of time into testing and ranking everything, so if you found it helpful, a like or a sub would mean a lot. See you in the next run and good luck out there.